Every program has a place that shows all the audio and video files being used. CUBASE calls that area the pool. You can get there by choosing Project and then Pool, or by pressing this button here. You have 3 main folders in the pool: audio, video, and the trash. Obviously, when you record or import audio, audio goes here. When you have video in your project, the file is listed here. And when you decide to erase audio or video files on the project window without erasing them from your hard drive, they go into the trash. This trash bin in no way is related to your operating system trash or recycle bin. Once you erase something in this trash bin, you can't get it back. Rule of thumb, don't erase anything until you know how to, or you're absolutely sure you don't need it. With the price of hard drives these days being so low, you can record all day long and not really worry about filling up your hard drive. Because of this, don't erase anything until you are sure at the very end of your project once the song is finished. Let's import some audio into the pool. There's a feature in the preferences for importing audio. Let's go there now before we do anything else. Then choose Audio under the Editing submenu. On Import Audio Files, we have 2 options. Let me explain these. If you switch to Use Settings, then you have 3 settings to pick from. The first one, Copy Files to Working Directory, does exactly what it says. When you import audio or drag and drop it in, the audio file will be copied to your project audio folder. Very convenient, right? This feature alone saves time later looking for lost audio files. The next feature will convert and copy the audio files if needed. This means that if you are bringing in an audio file that is 44.1 and your project is 48 kHz, then CUBASE will automatically convert and copy the file into the project directory. The last setting is for any type of file that is not a mono file. For example, stereo or surround sound. Let's use a stereo file as an example. This will basically split the audio file up. If it's a stereo audio file, it'll split the file into 2 mono separate files. Now let's switch to Open Options dialog. This prompts you every time you bring in an audio file. I like this feature because I like being prompted every time to know exactly what the audio files are doing as I'm importing them. Let's close this window and import some audio files now. Look on your hard drive for the audio files. You can audition your audio files before you import them. Look on your hard drive for audio files. You can audition audio files before you import them. Now that we've found some audio files to import, we can do them one at a time or select multiple files. I'm going to pick all of these and click Open. Remember when we chose Open Options dialog in the preferences? Well, this is the window that popped up. The 3 options that appear in front of us are the same ones that are in the preferences. I'll click these 2 and choose OK. Now it's copying all the files I chose into my working project directory, and it's automatically converting the files, if needed, to match my project settings. We can also drag and drop audio files into the pool or project. Let's drag this file into the pool and another file into the project window. You can see that when I drag and drop a file, a slightly different window pops up. If the file was different in sample rate, sample size, 16, 20, or 24 bits, then you can choose these options here. If they are grayed out, then they match the project settings like they do here. If you choose Do Not Ask Again, then Use Settings in the Preferences will be chosen. Click OK and then look in your preferences. You can see that this has switched to Use Settings because we chose Do Not Ask Again. If you don't want to be asked again in the future, then just click these 2 on. I generally keep this last one off because I can always split files later on. But generally I never need to split files, so I just leave this one. Let's click OK and drag and drop a file onto the project window. As I decide to drop the file, you can see real-time spotting. This lets you decide where exactly the file will be placed. Right now we are seeing it based on bars and beats. Snap plays a role in this too. Let's turn on Snap and you can see I'm locking to bars now. You can see as I'm about to drag this audio file, it's snapping to the bar. Let's place it on bar 1. It's great that you can drag an audio file, snap it, moving it to the different bars, and when you let it go, the audio file gets copied into your folder and converted if needed. That's awesome.